Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Here, Joby. Just ashwagandha.
Oh, I had not added myself on the stage. Yeah, I thought I'd added myself on the stage already. But anyway, good afternoon, family. Good evening. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Joby. 8 minutes.
You weren't doing it because you wasn't trusting ashwagandha.
Exactly. 18 minutes past the top of the hour. And good afternoon from you guys. And hope you're having an easy Friday so far. Hope your week has been fantastic. And of course, wishing you a beautiful weekend. And thank you so much for keeping it the Black Hot Fire Network media of the 21st century. My name is Joby. To the first-time listeners on YouTube, BitChute, and those who are on the network, in case you do not have, or rather not connected on our network, ensure you download our app on the Google Play Store. That's the only way you can find us. If you are an Android device user, you can find us on the Google Play Store by Black Hot Fire Network. Literally no space, combined words, just the same way we're talking about it, rather saying it, Black Hot Fire Network. On the Apple, or if you're using a laptop, www.blackhotfirenetwork.com is the way to link up with us. And of course, through the app, you can get yourself the ashwagandha, like Keith is saying. You can get yourself some beetroot, multivitamin, brain and focus formula. You can get yourself moringa, Seymour's turmeric gummy bears. You can get yourself some coffee, all organic Manuka honey coffee, and some skincare products on the like of aloe cucumber. We have some shea butter and much more, and it's all organic. We're not hassling you here like Tariq Nasheed or like what's the name of this guy we were discussing the other day?
Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar, exactly. We're not telling you to.
Let's see if Joby's gonna give him $500. Take her out on a date.
Nah, for me, if our request is organic, and it's organic based on the conversation you give it, because it's all organic, literally. The conversation is raw and very real, and I bet it's just up to you guys to appreciate what we do, which should be just out of your own heart, to keep our lights going, to keep the studio running. Like I say, Black Hot Fire is expensive. You might assume, but
very expensive. Very expensive. Shout out to Big Cheese for the donation. Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Donation
we appreciate
yesterday.
You get to send even $2.50 to John Mosquito.
Hey, John Mosquito ain't get no damn donation like in 3 months. They don't donate, Joby. They don't give us no money, so it's expensive. I gotta fund it all off my dime. It's expensive.
You guys, you
do what guys do.
They don't want to see me being paid well. They don't want to see me earning $750 a month like the Burkinabe people. Please.
They don't. Shit, they weren't making that a month. Those guys are making that a year, Joby.
Oh, that was a year.
Yeah, that's what I told you. You make more than 2 months. They make a year. Yeah, that was a year, Joby.
I didn't get that correct. I was like, I was in a month. I was like,
No, a year, Joby. Annually. Annually means a yearly. Annually, a year.
We deserve better. I'm supposed to be even earning $1,000 a month. Like, please, So donate on our page. You Negroes. You donate on our page. But Karibuni Sana, sending much love to you guys. Karibuni Sana.
These fossil guys, when they making $1,000 a year, they making $800 a year.
But it's
And
gonna get better. It's just a matter of time. We have to understand where the
of
country
course,
is coming from in terms of
of
poverty, the
course,
GDP.
that's all of Africa. Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, so it's gonna get better with time. But anyway, today we shall be talking about how capitalism is
I,
collapsing and dying.
I sent you a video, Joby,
Okay, I didn't
on
see
the
it.
yeah, go on your TikTok channel or your, on
Oh,
my
yeah.
other phone I use.
Okay, yeah, I
I,
think I saw.
I said this will get Joby's blood boiling.
Let me start with that. I didn't get time to watch it. It's just I saw it. My father was mentioned. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna watch this right now. I'm like, what the hell is going on in this conversation? But just give me a minute. I queued that. But we shall be talking about capitalism and how it's dying and collapsing, literally. And I'll be backing my conversation with a video from Norm Coffey, a white guy, talking about how the elite control.
Oh,
It's the same people, of course, whose system is collapsing. You know, the elite. You know, the
okay, yeah,
elite. You know what the elites?
we
The
know.
Charles
Cats with
Johnson.
the hats.
We know who are the what's the term? Alex
Cats with the
Jones.
hats.
No, Alex
Oh,
Johnston,
oh, the globalist.
the globalist. Yeah, so
Globalist in the chart. Globalist
we'll
in the
be
Chicom.
we'll be
Chicom.
we'll be getting into that and also talk about something I've been. That is gonna be the video I'm gonna start with today's conversation. After my dad's one, we see what it is all about. Why critical thinking is
That was,
disappearing.
and what, oh, go ahead, Joe. It
Okay.
wasn't, it wasn't that one, but that was the one before. That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
go
have
ahead.
to I have to check on
Yeah,
my TikTok because on my
yeah, but
WhatsApp
go,
is this
yeah,
one.
but go ahead, Joby.
It's okay. Yeah, so we shall be talking about that, how the
That was a
uh
private one I was saying you and your father. That was a private bit I was saying you need to have, you were supposed to have with your father.
I have
That
that
video
one.
there.
I have that one queued.
Yeah. Yeah, but play it. Still play it. This is Joby and her father. Right?
And after that, yes, we shall be talking about critical thinking, how it has disappeared amongst the society. We keep on talking about this,
Of
and
course.
I love the fact that I found
You
a
keep
video.
you keep critical thinking is just normal.
No,
No. You gotta be
it's a
taught it.
problem. It's a problem and we need to
Yeah.
address it. So I found a video talking about how critical thinking, why critical thinking is disappearing, rather has disappeared because it's been long gone. Please, not
Of course.
this.
Why do you think it's gone, Joe? Why do you think it's gone?
The weapon. Personally, I'll be heavy on weaponization of the mindset. That's number
Of
one.
course, it's a threat. It's a threat to the threat to power. You know how to
Yeah.
critically think and figure shit out. It's a threat to power.
Yeah, it's like when you had the young guy earlier today talking about the reason why poverty is being kept an object or a weapon is because they don't want people who can question or critically think, which is raising question of why the system doesn't change. So we'll address
I just
that
like
and
this. Yeah.
the collective rising of stupidity. But let me start with this video here.
Good.
If you carried that bag a million miles, you did what you were supposed to do. Because you brought me into this world. And from that day, you owed me everything you could ever do for me. Like I will owe
With the highfalutin internet.
you. Don't own me. You can't tell me when or out of line or try to get me to live my life according to your rules. You don't even know what I am.
I'm
And you don't
I'm
know
in a
who I am.
bed. You guys see anything?
I can
Tell
hear
me,
you,
do you
but
get anything on the screen? Is it me? Is it my internet?
it's your
Oh, I'm
internet.
breaking out. Okay, there you go. Now I can see. Okay, start again. Yeah, I know. I'm in a bad area. I know. I'm close to the place when it gets close to 50 goals. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry.
I owe you nothing. If you carried that bag a million miles, you did what you were supposed to do. Because you brought me into this world. And from that day, you owed me everything you could ever do for me. Like I will.
Exactly. Like I always say, you could have won a condom, like we were discussing earlier, Could have won a condom or something.
But
You
whether
had
you want
options.
condom or not, Joby, it's your responsibility to take care of your children. Not ways
That
off backward
exactly,
on Africa for your children to take care of you. It's your responsibility to
exactly.
take care of your children.
And that is exactly what is addressing, because I've spoken about where most of the times you'll find, especially during the teenagehood, because parents don't like respecting your space, that you're growing up, you're becoming an adult, you're trying to understand things also the same way they understand, or even on a deeper level if allowed. But it's where that's where the problem literally comes in, where your parent, number one, the fact that they don't give you space, they think you owe them, but you owe me. It's the vice versa.
Exactly.
You owe me.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. I don't know how I
no,
got upside down all of a sudden in Africa. You owe them, they owe you. You don't owe them.
you
Exactly.
Exactly. You should not make me feel guilty for being here, for existing. You should have wrapped that shit up. That's what keep on speaking about. Because personally, I found myself at that point where I questioned my existence. So, like, am I really this fox child? Am I really my. Did my mom mistake something here? Did she just bump into a man she needed to, drop the child to, or what is going on? You
Yeah.
know, and it's because of the type of environment I was facing, the attitude, the
They changed
raising I
everything
had.
upside down. Yeah, they changed everything upside down. Your parent
So
owes
yeah,
you. As a
it got to
parent,
a
you owe the
point.
child.
Yeah, it got
Child
to a
don't owe
point in
you.
it got to a point in my mind. I was like, man, I'm not the one to blame. You should have wrapped that shit up. Wrap it up. Okay. I exist now. So what you gonna do?
If I ever have another. But you don't own me. You can't tell me when or where I'm out of line, or try to get me to live my life according to your rules. You don't even know what I am, Dad. You don't know who I am. You don't know how I feel, what I think. And if I try to explain it the rest of your life, you will never understand. You are 30 years older than I am. You and your whole lousy generation believes the way it was for you is the way it's got to be. And not until your whole generation has lain down and died will the dead weight of you be off our backs. You understand? You've got to get off my back.
Exactly. And you have to. It's
That's it exactly.
Yeah, I think for me, it just takes one
That's it.
parent to be smart for you to be able to have this kind of audacity. I'm gonna call it audacity. My mom might have made wrong choices in picking the wrong man, but
Of course.
she had an audacity of living. That's one thing I learned from her. She was full of love. She was joyful. She was present. She was loving. She was just full of life. That's how I can describe my mom. And with that,
All right.
and of course, being an explorative person, she used to take us places. That is made me understand different life in different ways. I mean, okay, like
Okay.
people you're gonna meet who are fucked up, the people you meet who are good. But should that change your heart? Hell no, because that's one thing I saw in her. Like, no matter how many times
Yeah.
people fucked her up, she never changed. Like, she was just being nice. At some point, I even questioned, like, this person fucked you up so big. Like, because there's a time where she was in need and she was chased out
Nobody
by
helped you.
the
That's why.
person
That's
she was
that's why.
with.
That's why. That's why you're completely the opposite, Joe.
And at the end of the day, years later, she ended up helping the same person. And I'd say at the end of the day, when my mom was getting closer to dying, the same person now returned the hand, like fully now helping me and my brother.
Okay. All
We
right.
were kicked
That
out,
was good.
we were living because my mom couldn't pay rent anymore. She's hospitalized. We're in school. Our so-called fathers don't give a shit. So yeah, I think it's what you pick out of the negativity you grow up in. If you choose to be fucked up, then that's you. You can choose
Yeah.
to allow pain to change you or allow pain to destroy you. It's
Okay.
how you decide to learn in everything you're facing. Shout out to Jason, shout out to reparations, and wrap it up. Period. You should. That's what you should have done. Of course, part of wrapping it up is where critical thinking comes in,
All
because
right.
you know critical thinking should come in, understand, if the moment you're having a child, this is your life, okay, this is you committing your life there. So this child is part of your life, part of your routine, like everything you do like now everything is not about you. It's how
Exactly.
you.
When you have a child, you live for the child. Somewhere, somehow in Africa, it got completely reversed. That you think your children's supposed to live for you. Your children don't live for you. You're responsible for your children. Your children are responsible. You got because I think because of the abject poverty for Africans, in that the whole parent child relationship been flipped upside down. I took care of you, now you go take care of your siblings and me. Motherfucker, it's not my job to take care of you. That's your job to take care of me until I'm an adult. You had me. I didn't have you. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
I wonder where that mentality literally
I
completely
don't know. I
shifted.
found it happening. I thought it was crazy as cat shit. My children not responsible for me. I'm responsible
Because
for them.
historically we come from a generational wealth of lands and wealth itself, literally. So the fact that this
Of
changed
course,
to the point where parents now started,
the
we needed to be responsible for them not taking not being able to fulfill themselves at their younger ages messed up. It was the other way round. As you die, you're supposed to have actually a secure life for me. You're supposed to be leaving land
yeah,
behind. This is the
exactly.
generational
You're
wealth.
supposed to be leaving a legacy for your children. That's how it's like generational wealth and legacy. But since Africa got conquered, like the whole child parent relationship got turned upside down where it is dysfunctional. Oh, now you can take care of me and your siblings. Motherfucker, it's not my responsibility to take care of my sister. You had these kids, not me. How the hell
Uh,
but I have children, that's my responsibility to take care of my own children. Not yours. Where'd that crazy shit come in at? Out of your rabbit ass mind.
exactly. It's like sadly today I got myself thinking about my sister. I saw some of her posts today, and I'm like, man, with the Muslim wrapped up whole thing and all that. So I was just caught up in my mind. I'm like, we're breaking. You're breaking. Still, I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear. But I was saying, I just saw her video and looking at her. I think she's either 21 or 20. I think 21 or 20. I think 21. And at 21, personally, at 21. I was hustling. At 21, I was a maid. At 21, I was a conductor. At 21, I was doing a bunch of things, man. At 21, I was outside for real, for real. So I try look at my sister and I'm like, I wish I could save her, but again, like I said earlier, you can't save everyone for real. There are people you just gonna have to look from a distance and let them be who they are. And it's just what it is, even including some of your family members. And I'd say I'm really grateful to every experience because that distanced me from a lot of things that today I'd be a victim of. Heavy on black tax and a whole lot of things. But yeah, shout out to Big Cheese in the building. Karibu says, Joby is your co host. Okay. All right. Just watch the morning show. The unfortunate poverty video of our people in Kenya had our brother Keith pissed. I understand how it feels. Which co host of mine are you talking about? Number one, I need to understand that. And yeah, which just watched the morning show, the unfortunate poverty video of our people in Kenya. And there was the video I was sharing on my show that you're addressing, and there's my co-host you're also addressing. So I don't know who you're really talking about. So let me know, Big Cheese. I'd love to understand deeper. I also see Big Cheese says the Keith. That's a good one. Yeah, Keith was really pissed off by that video because of the Kibera situation. I mean, it's very inhumane, especially when you see the kids tapping on sewages and all that. I remember I shared the pictures of jiggers, and you guys were really shocked. You didn't even know what jiggers was. Some of you, most of you, including Keith himself. So you can imagine stepping on sewages and all that, what it causes on your feet and if you can't afford shoes. So that is very inhumane. And the government is still in funds to do and make all this possible. So No. Big Chizo says that they better not let Keith get control of Africa. Those puppets leaders run and hide. I tell you, it's a lot of bubblegum running in this system. He would bubblegum a whole lot of people, and understanding his history of who he is career-wise. Come on. But I'm going to share this video as we start with today's conversation, apart from the video relating to my story personally. Critical thinking, it's something we keep on talking about, and look how we're trying to relate with the same conversation today. Critical thinking that I'd say is applying, or I'd see it applying. No one is going to have a child, especially if you're not economically stable. No one wants to have a kid if you're not economically stable. So I'd say the difference with our parents and us, that's where the critical thinking applies. Today's generation, people are more conscious of, hey, the economy is tough. I can't even take care of myself. So how am I going to be able to take care of a baby? So that's critical thinking to us is applied. Unlike our parents, that's why you see them being bitter. If you're not sending black tax on time, if you're not doing some things on time, and not all of them are bitter. I'm not going to say, I don't want to put it on the wrong way. The parents who are understanding, the parents who have secured the future of their children as well, generational um, access, like we're talking about. But again, the same people, I'd say, or the same generation is the generation that made critical thinking completely gone. If you can allow me, I'd say Gen X, some of the millennials, older millennials, um, and maybe the older generation before the Gen
I say
X.
that. I said the baby boomers. Yeah, not. Don't blame my generation. I'm Gen X. Goddamn it. I was
I
listening to
mean,
an African. I was listening to this Ghanaian. He's like, yes, they didn't put. He's trying to explain. What can you explain of the older generation African? What did they do? Because he was compared to Singapore, who had the same advantages as Singapore, but you can't show nothing they done but do a bunch of praying and church and being in churches. You can't show no benefit, as he said, for these old Negroes in Africa. What have they built? Absolutely nothing. You
mhm.
know, there's a lot of mind control in Africa. They have not broken free. So, hey, he was asking that question. Like, what can we say that, the Asians, what they left and built for their children? What is the African elders built and left for their children? He said it's been absolutely fucking nothing.
It's hard because, trust me, Keith, I question. Personally, I come from a background, like I've said, on my mom's side, they're really wealthy, like for real. Like we're talking about mansions of houses. And I said, like, next time when I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna film this. Apart from talking about it, I've shown the land, farming, what we're active on my uncle's side. But when you go to my grandma's side and my extended relatives, like they really come from a good financial background. Come to my dad's
Right?
side, which is extended. I'd say from my mom's side, I've seen it's extended in terms of land because my uncle lives in his own compound. My mom, apart from having effed up men, she should also have her own background, because apart from cancer, I said she was supposed to acquire land, which she had ended up using her finances literally for the coverage of the cancer treatment. When you come to my dad's side, my grandpa, he was also wealthy to the point where this man had like tractors, lorries for farming. Okay, like he
Right?
was he was established in terms of farming. But
Okay.
it happens when you look at my dad, the rest of his siblings, they're all fucked up. Okay, apart from just my dad, I've said my dad is the only one. If I look at all his siblings, the only person who's financially stable, and it's not the stability which today, like I was describing about the mid middle middle class
Middle
lifestyle,
class.
that is no longer when I was in high school, that was middle class. Today, when I went back there last year, you guys, you could see, you kid, you saw it, not you guys.
That was no middle class to me.
Yeah. So
I'm
growing up, that
good.
was middle class. But today, when I go back there personally and how I'm living, that is poverty. Like that is
Yeah.
slum.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
question
Poverty.
where did you lose the trace? That is what I question. Where did the whole thing backfire? Like to the point now where generational wealth is something and a question we're talking and addressing, especially in Africa. Because if you're talking about Black Americans, that is understandable historically. Why these people, it is, they'll try come back to their motherland and acquire lands because the history of America is very well known. And we were just talking about even houses the other day, me and you, and I understood a lot even when it comes to Section 8, which I
Oh
didn't know,
yeah.
you
Well,
know?
whatever. I showed Joby for the American family, a girl in Section 8 getting evicted, right? And she had some big black greasy Negro in there that didn't pay the bills. So I knew it was like a Section 8 house. It looked, like a poor housing area. Joby being advocate that would be middle class. There ain't no damn middle class. So, so the person goes in there to evict them. He's like, well, I paid my bill. What are you talking about? And knowing she didn't pay her damn rent for 3 months, right? And it's Section 8 housing. And the guy asked, how much do you pay? And it was really low. He said, wow, how could you not pay that? You should have been paying that. Yeah, I would never. Well, my car broke down. And man, listen, you got to learn to catch a bus or something. That rent you got to pay. So they were coming to evict her, but if there's nothing she could do, they want the people who the guy on the house had the place managing. That they want their ass out of there today.
Yeah.
And and the guy asked because that's what I would ask. Like when my daughters be asking me for money and they got a boyfriend. I'm like, what? What's your boyfriend doing? And why is he your boyfriend? Yeah, what? Joey laughing. Serious,
I'm
I'm
single.
serious.
I don't know, man. So I can't relate.
I'm serious as a heart attack. Yeah. Asking for money, you got a boyfriend living with you? You better not be asking for money. You got a man up in there who ain't disabled.
Hmm.
Because that's your man's job. Go ahead.
We have reparations. Shout out to you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate. But let me go straight to the video. As we continue it, for an hour already in it.
Imagine waking up one day to discover that most people around you no longer question anything, that the world has become so loud, so fast, and so saturated with information that the human mind, once a powerful tool for inquiry, discernment, and growth, has dulled into passive acceptance.
That's
Think about that.
that's what they did to Africa.
What happens to a
Passive
society
acceptance.
where critical thinking vanishes, where the ability to reason, challenge, and reflect is replaced by instant reactions, surface-level opinions, and collective echo chambers? In this
Exactly.
video, we're
Cattle,
going to
cattle
uncover the
brain.
disturbing truth behind the disappearance of critical
Cheapo.
thinking and the dangerous rise of what some philosophers now call collective stupidity, a phenomenon where masses of people adopt shallow
Exactly.
thinking, blindly accept narratives, and
Cheapo.
surrender their intellectual independence
I
without
like
even
that. What you
realizing
said.
it. And
Collective
at the end of this
stupidity.
journey, we will uncover the most powerful and urgent truth of all, one that could determine whether we reclaim our minds or lose them entirely to a system designed to keep us comfortably numb. But before we dive deep, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave your like and share your thoughts in the comments.
On our channel, not this one, on our channel right now. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and download our app. You should dare go on that channel.
And who still believe that truth is something worth seeking. Let's begin with an uncomfortable truth. Thinking is hard, and in today's world, it's often discouraged. The modern environment doesn't reward contemplation. It rewards speed, emotional response, and conformity. And this isn't by accident. From algorithms that feed you only what you want to hear, to
Exactly.
educational
Echo
systems that
chamber.
prioritize memorization over exploration, society is actively conditioning us away from critical thought. The philosopher Noam Chomsky warned us about this decades ago. In his analysis of media and propaganda, he explained how power structures rely on what he called the manufacturing of consent. In other words, when people are trained to consume without questioning, to agree without understanding, they become easy to manage and even
And that's the problem I have, because I'd say, especially coming from a background of Christianity and um where Christianity, I'd say, also with questions or not question, but denies critical thinking, if that's what I'm gonna say. Okay, religion as a perspective, it
Of
denies
course,
thinking because you're not supposed to
it's a
question
it's a
who is the
collective,
creator,
it's a control system.
how did creation happen, just curiosity. Why am I not supposed to wear
Exactly.
a trouser at the church? Okay, why am I not allowed to commit sins while I'm on the path of learning? It doesn't make sense. I'm growing, so I'm allowed to, yes, commit some mistakes. What do you mean I'm supposed to be perfect 100%? It's not making sense to
That's
me. And
that's
that's
that's how you grow because it's stupid. Because no such thing as sin. That's some nonsense made up. That's why see, and if you study that, you know where it came from. It's made up exactly. You can't be perfect. You gotta learn, experience in life. You're gonna make mistakes, and only you judge what are mistakes. Some things may not be mistakes. Some mistakes lead to where you need to be.
mhm.
But that's why you gotta question everything.
So for me, I think that's where
Go ahead.
critical thinking started hitting me because I questioned education, I questioned religion, I questioned the part, where do black people come from? The fact that Adam and Eve is white, it's not making sense.
Easier to deceive. Critical thinking, once considered a fundamental human skill, is now seen as inconvenient. It gets in the way of outrage culture. It slows down online debates. It challenges ideologies. It dares to ask, but is this really true? And in a world obsessed with being right, simply asking that question is seen as dangerous.
Exactly, very dangerous. Like, how dare you? Because I remember the night Keith taught me about religion, and I went home questioning just because I was curious. How dare you, Joby? How dare you? Like, how dare you question this? You already messed up enough to go question now about Jesus being white. How dare you? Like,
See, and
How
that's
did
how,
we get
and
here?
that's what he's talking about. That was talking about a damn sheeple mind. That's why Africa was so easily to take over. How dare you? No, how dare you? Don't question it, you moron. Why you're a moron? Because you don't question nothing. Go ahead, Joe.
Runs deep. One of the key drivers is the information overload we all experience daily. According to neuroscientist Daniel Levitin, the average person today processes 5 times more information per day than they did just a few decades ago. We are bombarded with notifications, messages, breaking news, opinions, ads, and updates every waking moment. Our minds were not built for this kind of input. When the brain is overwhelmed, it shortcuts. It starts to rely on mental habits, cognitive biases, and groupthink to navigate complexity. Rather than evaluate ideas critically, it looks for cues from others, especially from peers, influencers, or perceived authorities. This is called social proof, and while it's a natural survival mechanism, it can be easily manipulated. Think of how often you've seen an online post with thousands of likes and comments, and assumed it must be true or important. That's not reason speaking, that's a psychological shortcut, and it's one of the reasons collective stupidity spreads so easily. Not because people are unintelligent, but because they're being conditioned to follow signals in.
true, weaponization. Again, go back to weaponization of the mind. I mean, how else can you term it? Because people are being conditioned to follow signals. It goes back to where it all started. Because Africans had critical thinking. Again, we had our ways of living, governing, healing, learning. Everything was there scientifically. Like if you talk about our science, it was way beyond what we talk about today, what the white people have made us believe it's science. So
Yep.
it's weaponization. That's literally how I can term it. Weaponization of the mind.
Instead of reason. Another disturbing trend is the decline of reading, especially deep reading. Neuroscience
Keith, how often do you read? Just be honest. Like how
I read it.
often?
I read every week. I told you, I'm a avid reader. Right? Think I know so much. I'm an avid reader. I read every week. Every
Hmm.
weekend I read some kind of a book, Joey. Every
Okay.
weekend I'm reading. So, and
Okay.
I and I said that. So that's why I was able to be on that gentleman's show two days ago on TikTok, being there for like 3 hours, talking about books we read and books. Our knowledge comes from books, Joey. That's why I'm so well knowledge. And sad enough, most people haven't read nothing.
I'll
So
I'll I'll give you that. Thank you for reading. on our
So
behalf, most of us. Personally, I think yes, I'm a reader, but more of a writer. I think I've admitted that. I'm not really more. Katie was a reader. Katie, that's why you'd find Katie was more of a reader. I don't know about Shmani, your turn.
and he was a
For
really good
me,
reader.
I believe I'm more of a researcher. I think that's where I do my reading from. I'd rather go, I won't hold
Yeah,
a
still
book.
read it. You got
Yeah,
to hold a book. It's still what you read. It's not just a book.
yeah. You won't find me holding a
Read of information, not just a book. Just
yeah.
reading period. Magazines, articles, so
Yeah, so for me, I think I'd say I've made it mandatory where a week I'd learn something new. I have to learn something new about something, and maybe
right.
that's my way and slow way of reading. But physically,
Well,
I don't even
when
have
you
books around me.
and also when you read it, you want to get you don't need a book, got a computer. So
Yep,
all the books are online, Joby. All the things you want to read are right there.
I
Hell,
agree.
we got on the computer right there. I tell all you guys, you read any book you want to read. We got Kindle. Networks got Kindle, which means you get all the books you want to read from Amazon. We got audio books on computer. You don't want to read, you can listen. All that shit I put as far as the network and pay for that stuff because I believe in information and knowledge. So we got audio, we got Kindle. You just go on the computer and just go to our Amazon account and say whatever book you want. Type in the book, and it'll pop up for you right there on the computer. You'll need a physical book. It's on the computer. It's already there. That's why um Katie was doing that. Katie was
Yeah,
downloading the books from our
Amazon.
Kindle account. Yeah, from Amazon. From our
Yeah,
Amazon Kindle account. All you gotta
yeah,
do if you want, yeah, you can get any book you want to get. You don't got to have a old fashioned book. It's on the computer. Just go to Amazon, get the title, or just go through titles and whatever you might interest you. Because I read everything. People think I read shit about aliens and science. I I don't look at very much TV. I'm
I think.
always reading.
Oh, well, I think because right now, so understanding most of the things are also hinted on movies. It's easy
Of
also for
course.
me to connect the dots when it comes to that. That's why I'm more, or I'd watch more, but also learn more when I'm doing my research on most of the things. I've learned to go deeper on other links because understanding Google right now is tampered with. We had
Yeah,
what was it?
Google and all search engines are now live because it's that a search engine. It just take it. Search engine doesn't create the information. It
Mhm.
searches the information out that's out there on the internet and brings it back to you. But now they search information they don't want you to know. So they take it. So imagine a search engine is the one driving you, drive you to a destination, drive you to a building. Right, the building is where the information is stored at. So if Google's now driving you to where they want to take you, and give you wrong information. That's where they want you to go and get wrong information. They don't want to just take you have a bunch of information and you can read all of it, then critically think yourself, well, which one is right? Because whenever you read anything, you don't believe nothing you read the first time. You always want to cross reference it. You want to bring a whole bunch of different sources and understand, are they all saying the same thing or is it different? So you
Yeah,
can come up with a educated conclusion, intelligent conclusion of what you've been told. Because a lot of stuff is, like I said, lies. Google now takes you straight lies because the people that run this planet are the ones created that Google. So Google completely taking you out driving you to a different store that you don't want to go and giving you fake information. Like, well, that ain't that don't seem right. That's
I
what
think
Google said. It's
I
not
think
Google.
again we'll go back to why they want to shut down TikTok, because TikTok has so much information, right? So if I think if you want to understand right now
And
what
I should have done it. They already got control of it now. They
if
control
you
it. IDF's got control of TikTok. That's why you don't see nothing about the Palestinians. They got control of TikTok now. They want to shut it down unless to get control of it. They have control of it now.
Al
Completely.
Jazeera does show a lot about what is happening in those countries, but they
That,
get
that's Al that's Al Jazeera. That's not TikTok.
I know that. But there's Al Jazeera, Instagram, TikTok,
Of
YouTube,
course,
the TV itself,
of course,
whatever. But
of
I've
course.
noticed the videos don't last for long. They also like have to take down some of them. It's like they're forced to
Yeah.
take them down. But I was saying, if you want to do research, or one thing I came to learn when it comes to research, like you're saying, you have to put on different tabs, understand each article, what it says. Easy to understand, I think. Where there's a conspiracy theory is where there's the truth for me. And if you want to go deeper, TikTok, yes, it's hard to find the truth, but if you take your time with the videos one by one, you'll get a point of what is being hidden. Always. Like there's always that one video, that one article that is gonna give you the whole truth. But back to the video.
Scientist Marianne Wolf describes how our brains are being rewired by digital media. We now skim more, jump between tabs, and struggle to maintain focus on longer texts. But here's the
Exactly. I mean,
catch.
see,
Critical thinking.
and that's what suppose it, and that's what it means. Like I said, you have a. That's why I said I can tell. That's why I can tell we were getting dumb. See, I'm an avid reader. That's why I knew. I used to tell people we're becoming dumber. What do you mean? I can tell we're becoming stupider. I tell this is a concerted effort to dumb people down, where you can't reason, you don't understand what the truth is, and you just argue about nonsense because you're propagandized in their media, and you're screaming and holler about about some propaganda nonsense, just like you would with your fake Jesus, your fake Allah. You'll kill somebody over that propaganda. So I knew that we were being propagandized to because everybody was just speaking propaganda, constantly speaking propaganda. I said, damn. And then they couldn't understand that they were being propagandized too. And that becomes a problem. Most people are propagandized too. They just accept it. Don't
Everyone,
question.
everyone
What?
was propagandized. We have to agree at some point, Keith,
I just said that.
including yourself,
I said
because
everybody. Joe, what are you talking about? I said
no,
everybody.
you have to be very specific. Sometimes you say everyone is propaganda, is not everyone. We have to be very specific. Yeah, everyone, but not everyone, because these people who are doing these things, they know what they are doing. The so-called elites, whatever. They, like we were questioning today about the presidents, right, of Africa. The other young man saying the same question I've been asking. When they come to the slums, they don't feel a goddamn thing. They know what they're doing. So we've been the propagandized ones, but the people in control, they do know what they're doing. But at the same time, we have to be also very specific when we're addressing who are the propagandists, because we can't just say because we woke right now, we didn't fall on the same spell.
Thinking requires sustained attention. You cannot analyze, reflect, or truly understand if your attention span is constantly fractured. Ask yourself,
Yeah, but
when
sure,
was the
attention
last time
span.
you read an entire article without checking your phone? When was the last time you paused after hearing something provocative to think rather than react? These small habits, once common, are vanishing. The late Carl Sagan, one of the great minds of the 20th century, once warned, "We live in a society exquisitely dependent on science and technology, in which hardly anyone knows anything about science and technology." His concern was not just ignorance, but the erosion of the ability to think critically about the systems we depend on. In a world full of opinions, hot takes, and ideological warfare, the greatest rebellion is the quiet act of thinking clearly. But the problem isn't just technological or educational, it's also emotional. Critical thinking is uncomfortable. It forces us to admit that we don't know everything. It challenges our egos. It can lead us into cognitive dissonance, where our cherished beliefs clash with new evidence. And in a culture that values certainty, confidence, and identity above all, this is deeply threatening. So instead of thinking, we defend, we retreat into our tribes, we repeat mantras, we cancel, we avoid, we memorize slogans instead of engaging in dialectic, the kind of honest Socratic dialogue that has powered philosophical evolution for millennia. What we are witnessing now is not just a decline in thinking, it's a social shift toward mental laziness. And yet, the consequences are devastating, because when people
But I'd also like to defend it because we see the awakening. Okay, like it's been there, but there's now the questioning of everything that is happening. Like again, the good example is my country, Kenya. We've seen the demonstration. We've seen the questioning of the current regime, the previous regime, bringing up of historic events and how they have affected us. So is countries like Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and the rest who are doing so. So as much as we're talking about critical thinking disappearing, it's also coming back. But I think we're realizing that it's been long gone because it's been so effective. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like right now, people are just realizing that critical thinking has been lost amongst our society because the fact that we're waking up and understanding what this has been doing to us, we've seen how long effective it has been. So for those who understand what is going on, it's quite questionable why the rest of the people are not catching up quick what is happening, so if it really makes
People
sense.
stop thinking, they stop questioning. And when people stop questioning, they become vulnerable to manipulation, to propaganda, to fear. And the question we must all ask is this: who benefits when a population no longer thinks for itself? Stay with me, because what comes next will uncover just how deeply these forces are woven into our daily lives, and why reclaiming our capacity to think is not just a personal task, but a moral responsibility. To understand the roots of this collective decline, we must look beyond the surface and trace how certain systems have evolved, not to nurture critical thought, but to suppress it. Let's begin with the education system. John Taylor Gatto, an award-winning teacher and outspoken critic of traditional schooling, argued that modern education does not exist to create independent thinkers. In his words, the truth is that schools don't really teach anything except how to obey orders.
Exactly. How
Gatto
to
claimed
obey
that
and how to
compulsory
repeat and
schooling was designed
how to obey, how to regurgitate nonsense, but not how to think. And that's on purpose because the modern school system was created by the Rockefellers to have workers and not thinkers. John D. Rockefeller said, I don't need a group of thinkers. I need a group of workers and to do what the hell they told to do, to obey. And that system went around the world. And so they said they need you to think because you thinking is too dangerous. And also in the military, they said that as well with the starting in Germany, they couldn't get the military people because they were too smart to just obey my rules. I mean, just obey my orders and do what I tell you to do. Don't think about it. So they wanted to change that because they said, hey, too many people got too many free thoughts. They want to think. We don't want you to think. We want you to obey. Joby, do me a favor. You hear me? You there, Joby? Oh, Joby, they use the bathroom. I'll wait till you come back. Can you hear me, Joby? And I think you can tell it's hard to get up your legs all messed up.
during the industrial age.
Hold on, Joby,
not to
pause it,
enlighten
pause it, pause
students,
it, pause it,
but to
pause
prepare
it, pause it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Make yourself comfortable for a second.
Holy, I was going to go to the bathroom.
I know. I figured it out. I figured you went to the bathroom. Your leg all messed up. Let me know.
Oh,
Let me know when you're back in the bed. You comfortable?
no, I'm in the sitting room. I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. You in the sitting room. Okay. In the liver.
Yeah.
Okay. Look this up. Go to the next tab. Say John D. Rockefeller is responsible for the modern education.
Okay, hold on. Um,
John D. Rockefeller is responsible for the modern day education system.
okay, so it says John D. Rockefeller, sir, the General Education Board was devoted to the cause of improving education throughout the United States, and its effort included a number of key initiatives focusing on public education in the South and improvement of medical education.
See, see how Google just take your lies down, man. We know he's responsible for the medical shit too. So they're saying he's responsible for things for not being able to critically think. They took out of the school system. They took it globally because they are the globalists, right? They're the J's. So they took this education system and not teach you how to critically think globally. They didn't want you to critically think, Joby. They want you to just do what you're told to do.
Yeah, I remember we
And go,
pulled that article a couple of times, but
I
it's not.
know, and now it's gone. Exactly. I know we did. And now it's gone.
Okay, let me go back.
Them for factory life, predictable, obedient, and
Exactly.
non-disruptive.
Exactly.
Think about
Exactly.
that.
Life.
Instead of teaching how to think, we are taught what to think. From early ages, children are evaluated not on the originality or depth of their thoughts, but on their ability to memorize and regurgitate. Conformity is rewarded. Curiosity is often treated as a distraction.
That's
But
why I
over
just
time,
said
the message
regurgitate.
becomes clear. Follow the rules, color inside the lines, and don't ask too many questions.
Questions, or
This
you'll get
pattern
it.
doesn't end in school, it
You'll
only
get left behind.
intensifies in adult life. In the workplace, in media, even in our friendships, we learn that speaking out, questioning consensus, or holding unpopular views can cost us. The fear of social exclusion, of being labeled difficult or controversial, is often enough to silence even our most pressing doubts, and so we stay quiet. But silence over time becomes complicity. The psychologist Erich Fromm observed this in his book, Escape from Freedom, where he explained how many people secretly want to surrender their freedom of thought, because true freedom comes with responsibility. And responsibility can be terrifying. Thinking for yourself means you can no longer blame others for your ignorance. You can no longer take comfort in the crowd. You must face the uncertainty of truth, and that, for many, is too great a burden. So instead, we choose comfort. We choose distraction. We choose simplicity over complexity. And in doing so, we become easier to control. Social media has accelerated this problem to unimaginable levels. What was once a space for global connection has become a battlefield of opinion wars, outrage cycles, and algorithmic manipulation. Every platform is designed to keep you scrolling, reacting, consuming, not thinking. You are nudged constantly toward content that confirms your beliefs. You are encouraged to respond instantly, emotionally, and often angrily. The platforms reward engagement, not truth. They thrive on division, not understanding. And in the middle of all this noise, the voice of
Yeah,
reason
echo
is
chamber.
drowned
Somebody
out.
said that. Pause
Thoughtfulness
it, pause it,
appears
pause it, pause it,
slow,
pause it.
weak.
Pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it. Like I said, that's how you knew that diaspora war shit with the FBAs and the Africans fighting. That's what they wanted to put up there through the algorithms. That's on purpose. They want you fighting against each other. It's not. It's not. None of that shit is organic. Nothing is organic. But most people don't know that. They don't know you've been pushed a certain way, or you're in an echo chamber because they don't know how to critically think. I know when I'm looking at a psyop, I say, oh, this is a psyop. It's not organic. Now you got Africans hating African Americans and all. This is a setup. But most people can't critically think. They get, like he said, they get caught in the emotion. What are you talking about? You called Africans stupid, you dumbass African American out there, you dirty bastard. And then the African Americans are fighting back at the Africans. Who you call don't have no culture? You shitty ass African. Right? So you get caught up in these diaspora wars and understand that you're the one being played. You don't know how to critically think. Go ahead, Joe.
Even irrelevant. Why reflect when reacting is faster and earns more likes? Philosopher Marshall McLuhan foresaw this in the 1960s. He warned that the medium is the message, meaning that the way we receive information changes how we think. Today's mediums encourage speed over depth, outrage over nuance, and certainty over humility. Even truth itself has become distorted. In the age of misinformation, what is true often becomes less important than what is viral. People no longer evaluate the merit of ideas based on evidence or logic. They judge them based on how many people agree. This is the tyranny of the majority in its most dangerous form. Not political, but cognitive.
I'm gonna say
So
it's
where do
called
we go from
yeah, he
here?
already said it.
We
It's called
begin
the
by
tyranny of the
asking,
majority. Yeah, it's called the tyranny of the majority because most of the majority is mostly stupid. You know, so the majority be completely wrong. They're like the Christians saying, but they're the majority, and they'll practice tyranny on the people that actually know what's going on. That's called tyranny of the majority. Go ahead, Jim.
better questions. questions that challenge the status quo, questions that demand real answers, not slogans or statistics stripped of context. What are you being told to believe? Who benefits from that belief? What assumptions lie beneath your certainty? How often do you seek out opposing views, not to attack them, but to understand them? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary, because the antidote to collective stupidity is not just intelligence, it is courage. Courage to be wrong, courage to learn, courage to admit that you don't know, and to start the journey of knowing anyway. Socrates, one of the earliest champions of critical thinking, famously claimed, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This was not self-deprecation. It was an invitation to stay curious, to keep asking, and to remain intellectually humble in the face of a vast, mysterious world. And yet today, humility is rare, certainty is worshipped, arrogance is mistaken for wisdom. Everyone has an opinion, but few have understanding. Everyone wants to speak, but few want to listen. The irony is that true thinkers are often quiet, observant, reserved. They know that wisdom grows not from noise, but from silence, from contemplation, from deep engagement with complexity. And this is precisely why critical thinkers are often outnumbered and ignored. In a culture that rewards speed and spectacle, the slow process of thinking stands little chance. But it must not be abandoned, because once you give up your ability to think for yourself, you are no longer free. You are a puppet, your strings pulled by forces you do not see. And let us be clear, those forces are not abstract. They are economic, political, and cultural. They are the companies that profit from your addiction to mindless content, the politicians who rely on your emotional reactions, the institutions that depend on your unquestioning obedience. But when you reclaim your mind, everything changes. You become harder to manipulate. You begin to see through the illusion. You stop being a passive consumer of ideas and become an active seeker of truth. And in that act, however small, you light a fire that has burned through history in philosophers, scientists, revolutionaries, and truth-tellers who refuse to stop thinking. So the question now is this: will you do the same? Stay with me, because in the next segment, we will dig deeper into the psychology behind collective thinking. You'll discover why even the most intelligent people fall into these traps, and how the brain can be tricked into believing what it wants to be true instead of what is true. We're not done. In fact, the most important revelation is yet to come. To truly understand the rise of collective stupidity, we need to explore the battlefield within, the mind itself. Despite our faith in logic, the truth is that the human brain is far more emotional than it is rational. We like to believe we make decisions based on facts, but the reality is far more complicated. In his groundbreaking work, Thinking Fast and Slow, Nobel Prize-winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman showed that our brains operate using two systems, one fast and instinctive, the other slow and deliberate. The fast system is quick, automatic, emotional. It jumps to conclusions, makes snap judgments, and conserves energy. The slow system is thoughtful, analytical, cautious, but it requires effort. And here lies the issue. In our high-speed, always-on world, most people are stuck in fast mode. There is simply no time or will to slow down and think deeply, so we rely on heuristics, stereotypes, and mental shortcuts that feel right but are often wrong. This is fertile ground for mass manipulation. Politicians, marketers, media outlets, they all understand how to exploit our mental shortcuts. They package complex issues into simple binaries. They use emotionally charged language to bypass reason. They prime us with repeated narratives until we accept them as truth, not because we verified them, but because they feel familiar. And the danger is, once we accept something as true, our brains begin to defend that belief, regardless of evidence. This is known as confirmation bias, and it's one of the most powerful cognitive traps in existence. Take a moment to think about your own beliefs. How often do you seek out evidence that contradicts them? How often do you truly listen to opposing arguments rather than preparing your counterpoint? If you're honest, probably not as often as you think. And that's not a flaw. It's human nature. But it becomes a problem when we're unaware of it. Another key concept is groupthink, a psychological phenomenon where the desire for harmony or conformity in a group leads to irrational or dysfunctional decisions. It's been documented in everything from corporate disasters to historical atrocities. People silence their doubts for the sake of unity. They choose consensus over truth. Social psychologist Irving Janis, who coined the term, found that even highly intelligent, well-intentioned people can make catastrophic decisions when they suppress dissent and avoid critical evaluation. Why? Because challenging the group feels unsafe. Because going against the grain requires more than intelligence. It requires integrity and courage. And yet history shows us that progress has always come from those who dared to think differently. Galileo, Darwin, Nietzsche, Martin Luther King, they were all rejected, ridiculed, or attacked for their ideas. But they thought anyway, they spoke anyway. And their willingness to challenge the collective ignorance of their time shaped the world we live in today. But make no mistake, there is a cost. To think critically in a society that punishes doubt is an act of rebellion. You risk being misunderstood, ostracized, even hated. But you also gain something invaluable: clarity, self-respect, and the quiet power that comes from knowing that your beliefs are yours, not programmed into you. Let's bring this closer to home. Why do so many of us feel lost, anxious, or unfulfilled, even with access to more information and technology than any generation before? The answer lies not in what we have, but in what we've lost. And one of the greatest losses is the habit of inner dialogue, the ability to sit with a question, explore it, and allow truth to emerge through reflection.
But you're
We've
forgetting,
outsourced our thinking.
most of these people don't have inner dialogue. As Joby, we showed you, they don't have nothing going on in their head. It's probably you too, AI guy. You're an AI. so, so most people we know don't have inner dialogue.
The AI has critical thinking more than humans now. It's so crazy. Can you make that make sense?
No,
Like,
that's not what you believe in. It does. That's not
of,
the. It sounds like it does. It's not. That's just a hot. It's taking your language and giving it back to you. People believing that
yeah,
it's sentient.
yeah.
It's not.
Why is a robot taking your
It's not.
language and giving it back to you?
It's
Is
not.
that
It's
making
not.
sense?
Yes, because yes, so because that's what AI is a large language model. It's not
I know,
but it's not
I know,
sentient. So if it's
but I'm
taken,
saying,
listen, let me
I'm
finish. Let
okay.
me finish. Let me finish.
Mhm.
If you have, it's a law. It's a gigantic. Okay, imagine the computer skimming all information globally and all conversations. It sounds like it's sentient to you because you hearing the talking and giving back, putting sentient conversations back. But that's not. It's not actually critically thinking. It's just giving you back what's been said from many other people. That's all. It's putting things back together as a large language model. But it's not a sentence. We got morons on TikTok. AI, tell me what the afterworld is like to you, AI. Well, okay, your question is deep. Let me go deeper. These morons believe this is a sentient being. It's not a sentient being. It's nothing but a large language model. But since they don't understand, like the AIs tell them, since they don't understand technology and how it really works, they get caught up in listening and think this has some kind of consciousness and it's actually teaching you something. It's not. It's just regurgitating back to languages and putting together that is went out and searched for. But it's not conscious. You have so
Exactly.
many more. You have so many morons on TikTok right now. AI, tell me about the afterlife. I know Big Cheese has seen. I know Big Cheese has seen them AI videos. AI, tell me
That, that's
about consciousness and the way of life.
now that's the part of critical thinking I think maybe I'm addressing, because the fact that you're going back to an AI, which is just your knowledge, taken all the way back to a computer, in simple terms of my words, literally, critical thinking is gone. The fact that you have to go back to your own words that you put in a computer, I don't know if it's making sense, to seek knowledge. The same thing
Well,
you're
it's not,
saying about
well, it's just the words of everybody. It's a large collective because they don't mean it's exactly your words, but yeah, are they human words? Yes. But a lot of people don't have those words because they're not that smart. So they take all the collective information, Joe, all from the collective humanity, all words from humanity. They put it together. That's called a large language model. And since most morons don't understand how computers work, they think it's sentient. They think it's alive and it's talking to and it's telling you keys of the universe. All it's doing is giving you back papers that have been written from other people. That's all it's doing. It's not giving back no new information. It sounds new to you because you don't know nothing about it. So it just took large language models and giving it back to you in a way you can understand it, and you think it's AI is now alive and it's talking to me, and it's not. Go ahead.
To media, to public opinion, but no algorithm can tell you what is true for you. No trending topic can replace your inner voice, and no mass movement can substitute for the quiet certainty of a well-examined belief. So what can we do? We can start by cultivating awareness. Awareness of our mental habits, awareness of the sources we consume, awareness of when we're thinking and when we're simply reacting. One powerful practice is metacognition, thinking about our thinking. Ask yourself, what's influencing my opinion right now? Am I open to being wrong? Am I engaging with this idea or just absorbing it passively? Another is the deliberate practice of dialectical thinking, the ability to hold two opposing ideas in tension while exploring them. This is not just intellectual flexibility, it's mental strength. It allows you to go beyond
Pause. And you know that the AI is not sentient because he was mentioning Plato and Socrates, who probably most likely never lived. All that was stolen out of Kemet at the book at the Library of Alexandria. All these fake ass Greek philosophers didn't even live. They didn't even exist. That's what we found out with George G. and James. It's the stealing African knives and making fake white people names. He didn't get that. That's how you know this AI don't know what he's talking about. But you would think it's sentient because you don't know that information. There was no goddamn Socrates and Plato. That's stolen African knives and they made fake people say this is Plato and Aristotle and Socrates. It's all African. Go ahead.
And into the realm where real understanding is born. The philosopher Jiddu Krishnamurti said, to understand the immeasurable, the mind must be extraordinarily quiet, still. That stillness, so rare in our age, is where the seeds of wisdom grow. But let us also speak plainly. Critical thinking is not something you acquire overnight. It is a discipline. It requires reading, not just headlines, but books, full arguments, and nuanced thought. It requires listening, not just to those you agree with, but especially to those you don't. It requires humility, the kind that accepts uncertainty as part of the path, and above all, it requires the rejection of intellectual laziness. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If everyone around you believes something without question, that's your cue to pause. Not to rebel automatically, but to investigate honestly. In a time when ignorance is loud and confidence is often mistaken for competence, thinking deeply is not just a personal virtue, it's a public service. Because the future of any society depends not on the volume of its opinions, but on the quality of its thought. And the most powerful change begins not with mass movements, but with one person who chooses to think clearly in a world that doesn't. In the final part of this journey, we will reveal the most important truth of all, the core reason why critical thinking is disappearing, and what you can do to not only resist this tide, but to become a light for others. What you're about to hear could change the way you see your mind, your relationships, and your role in shaping the world. At the heart of this entire crisis, beneath the digital noise, the failing institutions, the cultural polarization, there is something even more insidious. The real reason critical thinking is disappearing.
Pause it, Joby, pause it. Remember, we had AI being racist, right? Because it's being programmed by people that are not us. So what you do this, Joby, real quick.
Okay.
Go to Google. Say, go to Google. Say George G. and James.
Pardon?
Go to Google and write this. George. Then put G-M, James, book, Stolen Legacy. And then see what Google says. Stolen legacy.
George.
GM James, GM to George to GM, and then James, James, and then say book Stolen Legacy.
A minute.
That's why I always give reference to all these books, Joby. Read a lot of books. Do you read? Yes, Joby.
My bad. I was just questioning.
I'm just, no wrong with that.
I was just trying to be a journalist, trying to ask
I
questions.
know. Did I get upset?
No. Um, just a minute. I'm trying to open different articles because it's not giving me the right information. I have Stolen Legacy, Greeks philosophy.
So Greek philosophy. So the AI just mentioned some Greek philosophies. He's going to tell you in the article say Greek philosophy is fake. It's from Africa. So keep reading that article. What is it saying?
Stolen Legacy, Greek philosophy is stolen Egyptian philosophy.
Yes, Joby. So that's stolen. So your AI, but since you wouldn't know real history, right? Don't know, people don't know real history. You got this AI. Since you know he's not sentient, because he would know that. If he was sentient, he would know that there's no such thing as he just named a Greek philosopher, Joby, which is fake. No such thing. They came and stole our shit and renamed it theirs, Joby. It's a stolen legacy. They stole all our shit and put new people's name on it and claimed it as their own. That's what this AI is naming all these Greek people. That's why you know this thing is not sentient.
Yeah, I remember earlier you were telling me not to say actually Greek, but say African, because everything Greek is African.
Yes.
Yeah. But going back to the article, let me read it. What it says. They're saying written by George G.M. James. This work was originally published in New York by the Philosophical Library in 1954. And the contest hearing has been slightly edited to mark word corrections in its organization to assist reliability. The author, George Janville Mona James, was born in George. Okay, this is a whole history of him, but okay.
Well, okay, we need some history.
I don't know, hear a whole history. I don't know, I hear a whole
How dare you?
eulogy.
One of your ancestors who debunked the fake Greek philosophy,
I'm
trying
not
to tell
trying to
the
hear
truth.
the whole eulogy. No.
How dare you, Joby? How disrespectful are you?
Let me see on the Amazon site. Not okay.
Well, that's good. But you got the most. So he told you that he had to go back and write and show scientifically how they stole all African people's knowledge and they reclassified it as their own. Like
Yeah,
this,
because
like this AI is doing.
on Amazon it says challenging the notion that civilization started in Greece. This uncompromising classic attempts to prove that the truth authors of Greek philosophy, Africans, were not Greeks but Egyptians. The text
African.
asserts that the praise and honor blindly given to the Greeks for centuries rightfully belonged to the people of Africa, and argues that the theft of this great African legacy led to the erroneous world opinion that the African continent has made no contribution to civilization. Quoting such celebrate Greek scholar has Herodotus, Hippocrates, Aristotle, I can't pronounce all those names, family, I'm sorry, who admit that the influence of Egyptian study in their work. This edition sheds new light to traditional philosophy and historical thoughts, originally published in 1954. So that is the stolen legacy of Greek philosophy, which is the stolen Egypt.
Stolen from Africa, Joby. Stolen from. How about that? How about
is
that?
not because
I'm the queen, so you better bow down.
people are incapable of it, but because they are afraid of what it might reveal. To think critically is to risk everything that gives us psychological safety, our identity, our beliefs, our tribe. And for many, those things are too precious to question. We live in a time when identity has become sacred. People define themselves by their opinions, their affiliations, their ideologies. To challenge an idea is now seen as a personal attack, but this is precisely the illusion that destroys thought, that we are our ideas. You are not your political party. You are not your religion. You are not your social group. You are a human being with the capacity to evolve, to learn, and to change. And that journey of evolution begins the moment you detach your worth from your current beliefs. The final and most important truth is this: critical thinking is not just an intellectual skill, it is a spiritual act. It is the act of honoring truth over comfort, growth over certainty, and freedom over approval. It is the quiet decision to live with your eyes open, even when the light burns. Because once you start thinking critically, you begin to see the structures that surround you, the systems of manipulation, the algorithms of control, the masks people wear. And it can be overwhelming, it can even be painful, but it is real. And reality, no matter how uncomfortable, is the only foundation upon which true freedom can be built.
I think the uncomfortability you talk about is just like restricting your mind, which is very uncomfortable because you've grown up with a very fake narrative and illusion. What we're discussing yesterday, illusion, you've been put up in a certain illusion of thinking all this is real and all that. So the moment you start realizing everything is not real, what you've been taught, what you've been fed from childhood, it's hard to, I think,
That's what it. But it's hard to unlearn it because you've been living
exactly.
life.
It's hard to just regenerate your mindset, like, hey, let's start afresh. Like that
Of
generation
course.
is going to keep on moving until it restarts again. It's so hard for so many people to actually accept that. Let me say
Exactly.
that.
That's what happened. That's what happened to you when you went on. You say, "Hey, Jesus may not be real, Joby. I'm gonna put your ass out of here. You get to talking that crazy shit."
Nah, but I thank God I didn't. I understood. I was not a moron. Like you're not gonna call me a moron.
I ain't
The
saying no more.
society,
I said they were gonna. I said we're gonna put your ass out.
the society is full of morons, but I ain't a moron. Hell no.
As philosopher and psychologist Carl Jung once said,
Hell no. Like shout out to Home Alone. And it's good to literally again be explore. That's I think also watching some stuff, even when your parents tell you you shouldn't be on TV 24/7 and all, like yeah, be daring, do some shit. Watching Home Alone made me understood what a moron is because we had some morons on Home Alone. If you literally watch the whole Home Alone episode and season. So the moment I was like trying to understand what a moron is, and I loved Googling. Like you guys, I'm quick with the Google. I love Googling shit. I Google shit before you make me judge it. I have to understand what I'm talking about too.
people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. And yet, facing our inner world, our unconscious motives, our inherited beliefs, our cognitive traps, is the very essence of thinking. Critical thinking is not just about questioning the world, it's about questioning yourself. It's about asking, why do I believe what I believe? Where did this idea come from? What parts of me are afraid to let go of it? When you ask those questions honestly, a new world opens.
Yeah, just don't try to question your ideas by coming to Kenya and saying Kenyan women are ugly. Are you dumb? You
Oh,
know?
Joey, I sent you that video. That's why I want you to play that video. Okay, so down that work. So we know the guy who came and said Kenyan women are ugly. That half forehead. Also, his whole forehead is gone. So so that the Kenyans got his damn channel taken down, got to exterminate, right?
As you
But
should.
yeah, they got his ass up out of there. And so now he's begging, trying to get back to America. Told you he was broken and a bum, but don't destroy all Black American name. He's a bum. But I sent Joe the video that was going viral.
I've seen it.
So, huh?
I've seen it. I'll cue it before we end the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, cute. So I had no idea that this was the one that got Austin Holland was talking about, because I think he put hands on this young lady, right? He started beating her or something, acting all crazy. Because this low life wanted this girl to have sex on live stream. I don't know if it was on Twitter, but one of these goopy lives. This how degenerate and fucked up in the head this dude is. I've never
Mm-hmm.
seen him in my life. And I was laughing, got some of one of his baddies. They got him with some ugly black girl in the Dominican Republic. So I'm used to getting tens. Like, what?
Not just a world of knowledge, but of wisdom. And wisdom is what our society is starving for. In a culture addicted to quick answers, wisdom invites deeper questions. In a system built on noise, wisdom offers silence.
Facts. If there's one thing I'm so blessed, personally, I'd say I'm blessed with is being around smart people, like literally, physically, online wise, everywise. I'm so blessed to have to be surrounded by literally intelligent people in the critical thinking aspect, which is what we're talking about. You have the ability to understand what is happening, you have the ability to question, you have the ability to learn, give yourself space to learn. But there are people you're gonna try to have a conversation with. Lord have mercy. You wanna go back home, you wanna just don't wanna be in that environment, because it becomes a whole argument. Which tribe are you? Where do you come from? Which political party do you even support? And those kind of dumb questions and matters that don't take you anywhere, that have dragged you to be in this space of lacking critical thinking, because you don't want to think out of the box. Apart from political oppositions have always been controlling your mind. Why is it that there's no change? They keep on telling you there's change. Julius Malema, Raila Odinga. Look at now the one who emerged in Kenya we're talking about yesterday, and so many more. Museveni. Museveni was just trying to prove himself that he has energy by running. Muse- Museveni tried to prove himself that he has energy of running the country by running on you know, on his grounds, one of these stadiums in the country. Like,
He's back doing that again. He did that like 10 years ago when he said his ass too old then. He's back to running around all crazy again, huh? Trying to
yeah,
run around in the states.
Museveni long announced 2 months ago is running for the presidential seat. Like,
Yeah.
and he
He's
said,
not running. He's always gonna be installed. It's all a con game. And it's funny, people hate his ass. This is known fact. So how's he constantly winning? His people hate him.
well, like Kagame, we can win 99% of the votes, or
At least
Museveni
I didn't.
said, Museveni said Uganda is not his, so he's not gonna keep on staying there. If people don't want him, he's gonna stay out. But mind you, this is someone who's been ruling for over
They already don't want his ass. He stayed out. He's been there 40 years. My people don't want me. They're lying. People don't
crazy.
want me. I'll stay out.
But as we move away from this video, literally understand what is happening. Critical thinking, again, personally, I'll be heavy on, as much as kids says, don't attack the Gen X. Yes, it's there. It's our grandparents, because we're talking about since the invasion of this other race, okay, the distraction. If we go back to what we've been talking about recently, the
That
true
one, that one Gen X. Gen X was born in the 70s, Joey. They born in the 70s. What it got to do with us?
what since we're talking about since the fake independency, since
Yeah,
slavery.
that's the 60s. That's your damn grandparents. We were born in the 70s. We Gen X, so we didn't have nothing to do with the damn.
So so so
We would have
so
nothing to do with your independence and none of that shit. We were born in the 70s, Joby. The
see
70s.
Tariq Nasheed and
Right.
who this other guy? Why do I keep on forgetting his name, man?
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Huh?
Dr. Umar.
Yeah, Dr. Umar. I don't know why I keep on forgetting his name. Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, all these people literally are on you guys' age gap.
Yeah,
Okay?
but what those con men got to do with us? Those are two. That's two con men. That ain't the
Yes.
majority of Gen X.
I'm talking about us having still that age group of people or bracket of people who are still caught up in that, you know, not having critical thinking.
Nah,
That's saying that
nah.
all of you are no, Kate. No. You can't say everyone was bright. We gotta be factual. Jibba Jabba, Ricky, Big Cheese. You all say the truth. Lando on the come
I
on.
can't say Big Cheese and all them are messed up in the head. What are you talking about?
No. I'm not saying they're fucked up in the head. I'm saying there's a group of generation in the Gen X that not everyone got it right. You guys might be
Well, of course not. But I think the majority of Gen X is pretty damn woke, to tell you the truth. Man, that maybe my mama and them generation wasn't, but the baby boom generation probably wasn't as woke. I think Gen X is probably one of the most wokest generations we got. I, I had to say Gen X
next.
more more than the millennials and the Gen Zs. I'd say the Gen X's were. I
Wait,
don't know. We want.
Gen X. My dad is a Gen X. My dad
I know. There you go. He's fucked up. That's one of them. There you go. I can't do nothing about it. I know. I can't claim his ass.
Your parents are Gen X. No. Yeah, your parents are Gen X. Asano, your parents are Gen X, right?
Who's that? Whose parents?
The people I have around here, like these are the same parents as Gen X.
Who you got in your house? Who's in there already? Who you say? Who?
Nah, I'm on the radio. I'm not announcing who's on my house. I'm just saying the people I have around in my house.
You said the people around you. You said the people around you were parents of Gen X's. Who's that? Who we got?
I don't have to mention the names. That's so sad. That's that's true. But their parents also Gen X. But we're talking about the mindset.
But see, Africa's like 100 years behind everybody, so that don't count. That don't count. That don't count.
Wow.
African. That's right. African Gen X is not like the regular people Gen X. That's like
keep your line. You at this point, this is actually, if we go to the data again, we're being factual. Most of our Gen X parents, like, yes, you guys might have escaped to know the truth, you understand what is happening. We have morons, and we're talking about morons, okay?
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, well let me ask the chat room. Hey guys, do you guys think most of Gen X is fucked up? Like Joey says. I'm asking. We just ask to be factual. Exactly. So
and talk from your perspective as a person.
I'm not. I'm just asking.
I'm also telling them, let them not answer from a perspective of them as a person. Talk from a perspective of the people also you've met around in your work, also around.
Of course, I'm asking about the generation. Exactly. I'm not talking about as a generation. Do you think Gen X is a fucked up generation? That's what I'm asking, Joe. I'm not saying from one.
I didn't just mention the Gen X. I mentioned the Gen X, the older millennials, and you
also the millennials are younger than us. The millennials come after Gen X. You got the Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. Your generation is Gen Z.
Judge says yes. Judge Guy says yes. That's one.
God damn. Judge Guys are Jamaican. Of course they fucked up.
Oh no! Don't include Jamaican in this.
I say yes. George is a goddamn Jamaican shit. No. I don't care. You can't. Everybody's, I'm joking, but go on, let me see. I'm asking everybody. Okay. Everybody, do you think Gen X is one of the fucked up generations? I really don't. I don't know.
I didn't say the most fucked up.
No, I said one of the fucked up generations, Joe.
Yeah, one among the fucked up. No, and it's a percentage, not everyone.
No, as an employer of Gen X, follow order. Okay, you got it. See, you have employees Gen X. They follow orders and they think for themselves on the job site. There you go. Yes, Gen X is responsible as a whole. I think so too. I think we're one of the most responsible. Now the baby, like my mom and them generation, now they fucked up. The baby boomers didn't leave no legacies. They didn't build shit for anybody. The baby boom generation didn't build a damn thing. Left everybody all fucked up. They were about they Cadillacs and they damn fur coats and all of those goofy shit and being around white folks.
Juba Jaba is saying millennials are horrible to have on a job. I think it's the opposite. Actually, personally, I'd say, and
See,
that person has
he said millennial. He's saying Canvas is a millennial. He said Canvas generation is horrible. I know they say Gen Z is horrible to have on a
yeah,
job. I know they say Gen Z is terrible
Gen
to
Z,
have on a job.
exactly. Gen Z is so bad. Personally, I agree. Gen Z is bro. Gen Zs are so boasty, bro. Like it's I can't explain the level of audacity they have. Like people have.
Yeah,
It's
how they talking
crazy.
about Gen Z think they supposed to come in and make $1 million, don't know shit, ain't done shit. I I would have so I would have had enough. I never heard anything about the millennials. Like but since Jibba Jabba's employing them, he knows their behaviors. But I no, I'm not to his feet. I'm just my voice is going up. I'll be on there to death. I think I'm trying to run out of this rain. It's raining hard out here. Um, but I don't know because I think because remember Gen X, we was the one that was left alone in America. See, our culture is different. So in America, we were the kids. Our parents were at work. We was left alone by ourselves all the time. We had to fend for ourselves. We had to cook our own food. We had to open the door for ourselves. Like, so we were the Gen X guys. Us, we were left alone most of the time, right? So we had to fend for ourselves. We really Gen X is really probably the last group that really didn't have any real like upbringing, and we had to actually get it out of the dirt. Not unlike the millennials. Remember, the millennials, Gen Zs were always coddled, right? They were coddled. Okay, there you go. You didn't win, but you get a trophy too. You suck, but we don't want to make you feel bad. You get accepted at school too, even though you suck. Can nobody tell you that you suck? That's gonna hurt your ego.
Nah,
Gen
I
Gen
still
X.
disagree. I
Yeah,
still
okay. Well, let me finish. Gen X was Gen X was the one that told, "Hey, this paper sucks, and you suck dick." Oh, so we had to deal with the real world. I think that's why we're not really as mostly messed up as the millennials and the Gen Zs, because I don't remember these many school shootings when we were growing up, guys, as Gen X. Did you remember all these school shootings when you was in high school, guys, that they got now with the Gen Zs and the millennials? I don't remember that.
like
So
the shooting that happened earlier. I saw a shooting, something
yeah,
about mass.
shootings that's been happening since the millennials. Can we know the wasn't the Columbine? Those would be joke. No, those would be millennials. And Columbine, that was really the first mass. Those are millennials who went in and shot that school. Do me a favor, Joe.
Okay.
Let's up for say how many shootings? Uh, no. Say how many people were shot in Columbine? How you spell Columbine? And that was your first. And that was your millennials.
In Kalimbai.
Columbine. Let me see how to spell it. Hold. Give me a second. How you spell? How you spell Columbine? Yeah, Columbine. I thought so. So Columbine. So how many people were shot in Columbine?
COL.
Columbine.
Okay. Hmm.
Then I want you to go to YouTube and look that up, the Columbine incident. This how many people killed? How many people shot?
A minute. Just a minute.
Okay.
Um, okay. Google. It's not highlighted at the first, so I'm trying to look at different articles. I'll give me some minutes.
Okay. I better go to YouTube and go to YouTube and push in Columbine incident. Even the crazy white boys were killing people like they are now, doing Gen X. They went a bunch of mass school shootings. So I can't really say. I think Gen X was given. I don't know. I just think we were a little more woker than most. There you go. Since then, it's been happening. This has been Joe was 1 year old. So for the last 26 years, it's been happening on a regular now. But go ahead, Joe.
When I was 1 year old.
Yeah, this when you was one. This happened when you was one. These are millennials.
Where is this influence coming from? Because Kit, if
most history, these were millennials. These were 16 and 17-year-old kids going and killing people.
Where was
they went to their high school and started killing people, Joe. Started shooting up this place. Because white people are psychopaths. But they let the dog out to find the hunt. Because that's what they want to do anyway. That's the nature. But it just went off the chains right here. Did they survive? Did they end up killing these white boys? Went shop to school, killed their classmates and talk about, we're going to go and Joe, we're going to kill all our classmates. Yes, we're going to shoot them in the head, shoot them in the back of the face. Yes, it's going to be good.
This is what they call a person with interest, or because that's the first time they use, right? A person with interest. Like, why am I just going somewhere to shoot? I mean, I understand the psychopathy of white people, but when talking about critical thinking, I'm personally addressing Black people. Okay, the Gen X, I'm addressing personally the Black people, leave alone the white people going nuts and shooting.
Because as a young boy, you probably denied me some coochie, and I didn't like that. And I'm gonna come back and take revenge.
As a black person,
black person, white, black girl, white girl, whatever. Don't make a difference. You're gonna get this work, Joby. Go ahead. They were denied. They were outcast. They were denied, Joby. They were outcast.
At this point, anything I'm addressing, I'm not even counting white people as a part of existence, okay? That is just me as Joby. Anything I'm addressing that is concerning humanity is concerning Black people. Where did our shift go wrong? Where did the critical people go wrong?
They had Black people in there, they were racist. They were going to try to kill Black people in there. They were talking about, we're going to kill all the niggas too. They said, we're going to try to kill many Black people in there too. So it was Black girls too, probably. They turned them down. Hey, can we go? And they said, no. They wrote a big old racist manifesto, Joby. Don't try to get and kill these niggas up in the school, Joby. And if you're a critical thinker, you wouldn't be coming out and say, hey, what are you guys doing? Then you get your head blown off, Joby.
Of course, and that's why I think there should be a setup shooting spree of white people too, the same way they just masquerade people for no goddamn reason.
That's right. Right.
Black people just for fun.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So as they walked, they would strike that cricket bomb. And
we're the high school kids, they'll be getting bombs with shrapnel. People getting bomb hitting them and shit going in their chest and blowing them up and killing them, ripping them to shreds. These are teenage kids, Joby. 15, 16 years old. Younger than your brother.
Family. That's what I'm telling you. Understand what you're talking about. Critical thinking. White people don't count. Okay. At this point, if you don't understand, critical thinking doesn't apply in white people. I don't know what to tell you anymore. All right. That's just the truth. Being honest.
Imagine Kevin going to school and just open firing and throwing bombs on people, shoot people in the chest and in the head, Joby.
It's like you telling me, take your child to a whole white supremacist school, and
Right?
bet sure your child is not gonna be called any racial slurs. Okay,
Well, you know they are.
then I go back to understanding that white people are raised to hate black people. So you're gonna tell
Yep.
me my child is not gonna be called a nigger?
Of
Okay,
course.
and
Of course. Man.
and that shouldn't get me mad, huh? Because
You should get. What are you gonna do about it? Your kid
the,
gotta go to school.
that's what I'm saying.
Kid,
Your critical thinking has been lowered to the level where, oh, I'm so sorry, my son. You just have to accept how the society works because you're a black person. No, my mom didn't do that. My mom raised me better. My mom popped in the school. My mom popped in the school. So don't
oh,
tell me like this whole fucked up shit. How did the bombs end up there?
they
Huh?
brought him in. They brought him in. What do you mean how they end up there? They brought him
Okay.
in.
So what why the F do you have security systems in that building? What are you doing? What is your work for you taking and ensuring no one gets here with any detectives with
Those are
bomb?
white kids. They're gonna get the
Oh,
benefit of the
okay.
doubt. They're
This is
not
a
black.
whole
Those,
this is also another psyop or agenda, if I could literally just say
probably
or make
so.
sense. If you're talking also addressing critical thinking and understanding what this is, the mass shootings didn't just start with the millennials. What is this all about to target the millennials? If we can address it in a critical thinking point of view now. Because
Actually
if you
true.
say, yeah, if you
It's
say
actually
that
true.
the mass
What's the
shootings,
agenda they push? That's
yeah,
true.
if you say that
There's
the
always
mass
an
shootings
agenda.
the millennials, what is this all about? Because also if you go back to the Gen X, there's an agenda about you guys historically. Like, let's just be factual. Every generation has a certain agenda or history that it has played along. So if also the Gen Zs, which you can see us with the freedom fighters right now, which we're being killed for playing
Yeah,
democracy in the real sense.
true.
Millennials, if you're the ones who started this, what is being pushed? Because personally, I'm
That's
around.
always a
I'm
good. That's always
around. Yes, sir.
that's actually a good question to ask. It goes deeper than that. But let's just see that. That's a whole nother show, Joey.
I agree, but I'd say because the reason why I'm defending it is because I've grown up around I'd say both the generation, the Gen
Of
X
course.
and the millennial, and I think that's why my critical thinking goes deeper in understanding also me being a Gen X, Gen X,
Gen Z.
a Gen Z.
You're Gen X now. Okay, welcome.
Being a Gen Z, all right? Like, understand both angles of what is missing in history, what has made us, uh, you know, go this deeply cut and destroyed as a people, and also how we can fix it. But it takes, I think, also growing up with the same generation to understand, because actually there's our Gen Z's. That's what we talk about in terms of employment. What Jiba Jaba is talking about is easy to work with the Gen
Gen
X.
X.
Like, yeah,
They
for
follow
me,
orders.
it's been hard to work with some millennials. It's been hard to work with some Gen Z's. Being
I
honest,
know.
like, yeah. So
Right. That's right. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
it just comes from a point of understanding, or if you've grown up with the both aspects of generations or the both generations, you'll understand life on a deeper perspective. I think that's also why it was easy for me to learn everything and understand what I'm
All
understanding.
right, Joey. Let's get to the killing.
Knew it.
I told you.
Was
I
waiting
told
for.
you. I told you. Probably was in the home beating up his wife. His wife left.
You say you knew it, part for me. But I feel personally it's just not something that just came up. There's something being pushed, because come back to also like
It's deeper than that, Joey. But we're not to talk about that today. Let's
no,
go to
no,
the
no,
kin.
no. Just a little twilight kid.
Go ahead.
Look at the Trump whole situation, like, and holding the feast up and all that. Nah, there's something being pushed about all these mass shootings. So I'm
Of
not gonna
course,
just
of course. It's deep. It's deeper than that. But Of course it is.
But yeah, on the last video of our conversation for the day, it's about the American
The
who
Ken, the
looks like
Kenyan, the guy went to Kenya was already broke.
looks like a video.
Yeah, go ahead.
God, looks like that's the video.
Come on.
The
So,
girl is
so
saying Hapana. She's saying
yeah,
no. Hapana means
okay,
no.
okay. I didn't. Okay, Johnny. I knew you would get triggered. Now this
Oh,
moron wanted this lady. He wanted this lady to have sex on a live stream. I think it was out of Twitter or
that's
TikTok. She was like, no, no.
that's what they reported him for. He takes girls from the club, he takes them to the house, then starts live streaming, humiliating
Okay,
them, beating them.
yeah, okay, yeah. They started beating. They started beating exactly. So I think the Kenyan man finally grabbed a pair of balls and they out to get his ass finally.
Oh my god, this one should be beaten for real, for real. Oh my
I know.
god. She's telling you Hapana. Do you know what Hapana means? Hapana means no.
No.
He knows now.
What the hell?
I'll save you.
Yes, sir.
You said yes. That's the only reason I brought you back, because you said yes.
What the hell?
I paid you already. I gave you 10,000 to break to come here.
You didn't give it to me. You gave it to the company.
Well, yeah, but you lied. So you lied? You lied to me?
Oh my god, I'd scream my life out and my lungs out. Oh my god, trust me, you're not gonna live. Oh my god, I'd scream. Do you know what screaming means? Huh? Do you know when a woman screams what that means? Like for real, I'll scream my lungs out. I brought you and you said yes, that means yes. What? I'm very offended, Keith. Why did you share that?
Finish it, Joby.
Damn. What the hell?
I told you was gonna be offended.
At the stop sign.
You were still live?
What happened to your sound, Joby? Well, your sound went off.
It was my...
You will get arrested
right
now.
Yeah, go back. Yeah.
Put your clothes on. Take me back. Put your shit on. Put your shit on. Put your clothes on. Put your clothes on. Put your clothes on. Put them on. I'm serious.
What? Oh my god.
Put your clothes on. Come on. Take me back. Put your clothes on. Put your clothes on now.
Have your money as a woman. Again, I'll keep on reminding you. I don't know. Let me call them you damn desperate women. Get your money right. Please stop falling in these situations because you're desperate. Because sadly and truly, our women, or most of the women who are falling in these situations because they're desperate. You hear an American accent is moving you. An American accent is not supposed to move you. I don't care how the Negro looks. Please.
He's ugly though, Joby. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please,
Go ahead.
still, I don't care. Even if handsome, let not the accent move you. As a woman today,
Take a slight left on Malibu Drive.
Exactly, Jason. He was streaming this. This is how despicable this cat is. He was streaming this despicable shit.
Imagine. This is so disgusting. This is so
Exactly.
disgusting.
That's right.
Turn
As a
left on East
woman.
Olive Road.
Supposed to now continue to stream.
Put your clothes on.
Don't do that to me.
Put your clothes on now.
Don't do that to me.
Put your clothes on.
You will get arrested right now.
Ooh.
Do it. Continue.
Put your clothes on. I'm taking you back. Because you lied. Put your clothes on.
Don't do that to me.
Put your clothes on.
Don't do that.
Put your clothes on. I'm taking you back. Put your fucking clothes on. I'm taking you back to the shop. Put your clothes on. Don't fight. Put your clothes on. Go put them on. Put your clothes on. Put your clothes on now.
What are you doing?
Put your clothes on now. Put your fucking clothes on. When I tell you put your clothes on, put your fucking clothes on. Fuck I look like.
You look like a hoe. You look like a broke ass nigga. You look like a desperate ass nigga, ugly ass bitch. You. Oh my God, I can't even describe you. Okay, a man like this should be destroyed, and I'm heavily supporting this. We do not advocate or promote violence as Black Fire, but this is very disrespectful. This, as Joby, I do not take this. This, hell no. Hell no.
Put your clothes.
Started assaulting her.
Put your clothes on, bitch.
Yeah.
Put your fucking clothes on now.
What? Oh my God.
I'll beat the shit out of you in here.
Come for my room.
Put your clothes on. Put your fucking clothes on right now. Put your fucking clothes on right fucking now. Put them on. Your dumb ass up right where you. I'm picking your dumb ass right where I left your dumb ass at. No, I shouldn't have brought your stupid ass back. Don't touch none of my shit. What are you reaching for? Put your fucking clothes on. What the fuck are you reaching for?
That's what Austin had to say. That was speak for all American men. We don't condone that. This
Turn
dude
right
is
on
destroying
North
us.
Point
This is
Boulevard.
absolutely crazy.
Fucking lie to me. You don't fucking lie to me. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You fucking liar.
You know I'm a bitch.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He
Don't,
got
don't, don't. Let me tell you, when they tell you don't try this at home, you met the wrong home girl, okay? You met the wrong home girl. When they tell you don't try this at home, trust you me, if this was to happen to my friend or to me, oh my. I'm just gonna leave it at oh my. That's all.
That's what Austin was saying, guys. We don't tolerate this kind. I don't know what would bring this guy over there to begin with. He's already broken, fucked up. They
This
have
is so
any money, and I told you.
Turn
See,
right
they
to stay on
think. See,
North
these
Point
morons
Boulevard.
have never been outside the country. I told these idiots have never been. You know, he's been to the Dominican. Like I said, most Black Americans never travel out, and you never travel out the
In
country. They only
800
got
feet, turn right on
passports. When
South
you get a
Point Lane.
motherfucker like this who never been anywhere, that
sadly,
becomes good.
if maybe I'm wrong to say this, but these are the videos you'd see online promoting that
Turn right on South Point
we
Lane.
Black women, we're supposed to be treated anyhow when we go, especially out of the continent, like the Arabic countries. This is why you see the Arabs treating our women so pathetically.
In
Exactly. That's what I'm
650
saying.
feet,
Exactly.
turn
Not
right
get
on.
black protection from your own, oh my God, from your own race of man. This is so heartbreaking. We've lost masculinity in our people. A man, you're supposed to be feeling secure. The moment you're letting yourself lose it in a man's hand, personally as a woman, and like what we're discussing earlier, also not just to any man. You have to women. You can't go giving yourself to any
Well,
person.
I had to get a whole perspective of what was happening. I didn't understand what was happening when he made that video
The drop-off will
talking
be on
about
the
women
left.
being ugly. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Oh, you make a left there. All the women are gorgeous.
This is so heartbreaking. I didn't have to see that. That was such another level of heartbreak. But I hope he rots, whatever he's gonna
I,
rot.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whether
hey,
he pay,
I
whatever.
had to clear my name up. I got businesses over there. I got women employees. I don't want to think that's me.
No, no, this doesn't happen to us. Hell no. We are very well treated in our company, very well paid on time. We're more than well treated. I don't know how to say Black Hot Fire is. I can't explain it. Something Keith mentioned earlier, walking out of Black Hot Fire and going back to the same system that we have in Africa. Man, good luck to you. That's all I can say. If you can grow up in this, build up, be patient. It's more than words can literally put it all together. Educate yourself. It's bigger than what it looks. But this is so sad. This is very heartbreaking. This was not a video we'd seen literally on our
Nah,
end until
I see. Everybody was
literally.
talking about it. Everybody was
Yeah.
talking about it, and I didn't know. They kept saying
Oh my
he was
God.
live stream sleeping with women and then beat them, and I didn't think that was real. I said that can't be true. You find out, yeah, it is true. Because you got him right here. Yeah, this is crazy.
That's
I
me as a
said,
woman because you imagine going somewhere where you don't know, and personally moving as a woman, you always feel very insecure, especially when you're going to a very new place. You have to move very
yeah,
insecure. I don't understand why when you're going to a new place as a woman, you're not insecure. You're supposed to be scared. You're supposed to inform people, let them know where you're going, in case of anything. I'm just from watching a movie where something happened to a girl and she's been looked for almost 2 years to find her body was dumped somewhere. Women were very vulnerable people. We're very vulnerable. And understanding as a Black person, also our organs are very special. You need to take care of yourself. People
of
are
course.
here, literally, like we said earlier, to benefit themselves. Africans, we've lost the humanity within ourselves, which is super, super simple. But this, sorry, shout out to the lady. I hope she's okay wherever she is, and she deserves justice. And to those who have faced the same assault, because on a camera and what? Nah, that breaks my heart. That's very heartbreaking. That's very, very heartbreaking.
You crazy as hell, bitch. If they go to Japan and make, I never made nobody pregnant in Japan. You better get your ass out of here. Stop crazy. I never, and that lady bought me a car that was nicer. I never beat on nobody. I never hurt nobody. Well, I probably was sleeping with other women, hurt like that, but I never beat on nobody. And Blake with no live stream, no woman. I've never treated a woman poorly like that. So, so you
Joe
never get
Mosquito,
mine. What Jim Mosquito? What he say?
this is a low budget DD.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. I wouldn't come with Diddy because I don't think Diddy has to pay for it. Big cheese ass trying to throw my ass on the bus. I'm saying this because I'm trying to make sure. Hey, it's not us because you heard all the other. Shout out to all the other American men who've come out and addressed this in Africa and outside of Africa. Said how beautiful and gorgeous Kenyan women are, and just African women in general. How beautiful. So he said, we don't know what the hell he's talking about. Kenyan women are gorgeous. I don't know what he's talking about. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand what had happened. But I said, I said, he must got rejected. This is weirdo shit. It's like this that manosphere shit vibe I'm getting. I said he's got to be broke. We find out he's broke. He's bummy and broke. Find out that right now he's begging. He's begging now. His YouTube money is gone. Right, YouTube money is now gone because the Kenyans got his YouTube cut off. So a little bit of change he'll get from YouTube, which wasn't much. Got him a plane ticket over there. But most of these guys are poor mouth and always poor. trying to live a fake lifestyle. So now he's broke and now he's begging. Now they got him a live stream some other stream. I think it's on like Twitter account begging for money to get back to the United States. He talking about, talking about how women are broke and poor. Oh, I can't deal with the poverty over here. Your ass is poor. You can't deal with the poverty. You're poor. And I knew he was poor. This motherfucker, when these poor motherfuckers over there talking crazy, looking crazy. But it's sad. I'm like, it's so lightly makeup. He's like, it's just sad. Who raised this motherfucker? So I'm just trying to say he don't exactly. Where you raised? Well, you can tell he's a hood rat. Exactly. You can tell he's a hood rat. But who raised this motherfucker? He got him a little YouTube money. I can try to go and get me some. He wanted to go out and slut out other women and think in Africa think people were stupid. And at the end of that video, I'm gonna show Joey. They show him with some Dominican. He talking about top notch. That bro look all tore up looking because they just want to show him. He talking about his top notch women he get. I get tens. That woman's all tore up looking. Like, what you talking about? Ain't nobody messing with you, dude. You broke and you fucked up. And you ugly and you ain't got no money. There's nobody fucking with you. You don't even know how to talk to women. You're a weirdo. That's why you want to beat him. You're a weirdo kind of cat. And so, because I knew that too when he was saying all that crazy stuff. But God, yeah, the idea you're gonna go to another country and think you're gonna beat up somebody's woman on a live stream and people not gonna come see you? Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. That's
Oh,
crazy.
much, but I'll say don't try that at home, okay? Personally, with me, I think I take it from my dad. I think it's in the blood. I'm self-defensive personally. It's just in me. From a man, from a
Well,
woman,
well,
I
you
won't.
wouldn't, you wouldn't be in that situation. She was a prostitute. He brought her back as a prostitute, paid
Well,
her,
I'm just saying
get
also
paid her
for women
money.
to learn something. This is another, like, going back to the comment section of most of the people who are addressing this video. They said you go pick low budget women who are desperate, which is very true, Kate, because like what we're addressing today with the inequality in Africa and looking at Kibera, most of the single women, single mothers, or early parenthood with teenagers is because you're coming from a poverty background. It's because you sleeping with a man. You think, just because, let me the
Of course.
long rant fucked up mentality that I'd say is changing right now with some of the women who can go look for a job and earn their money and sustain their life. Most of the women have been caught up in, so long as I can find a man who has a smart TV, the TVs we have in the studio, in the barber shop, so long as I can find a man who has a TV, a Wi-Fi, a bombing woofer, okay, a good bed like mine, even if it's a 4x6 or 5x6, doesn't care. Just that good looking bed. And doesn't matter it's a one bedroom or a bed sitter. So long as I have a man who has a TV and a Wi-Fi, most of the women are caught up in that. Trust me. We've
Of
discussed
course,
this.
of
Money,
course, of course, because that's the poverty mindset, and you grow up in poverty. Exactly right.
you think you've really won in life. So you get
So,
pregnant for this man. He's not even ready to be your baby
uh,
dad.
what about what about you, Joe? You got men who come to your place and want to stay where you live at. How about that? It's also the other way around too. Not just the women, but the men too. Oh, this girl so young, she's got a 2 bedroom apartment, nice house, TV. What?
No, I don't want to say have people who want to stay where I live at. Miscommunication, misinformation, I don't know, but I have people who love being around my space. That's it. And anyone I have around is Keith. Why are you doing that? Anyway, but
What, laughing? I'm
mm-mm,
talking. No,
not you.
I'm not talking about. No, I'm not. See, no, I'm not saying that right. No, I'm not. See, I'm not. You see,
Mm.
that's where your mind went. That's where your
Mm.
mind went. I'm talking about other
Really?
guys, any guy, any guy.
Mm.
I'm not talking about that at all. I wasn't even
Okay.
going there. Sure wasn't. Sure wasn't. Sure wasn't. You went
Well,
there. I wasn't going there. I'm talking about
it's
any guy.
well, it's not any guy, but also both genders, because it's women too. There are
That's
women
what I'm
who
saying. That's what I'm saying. It both genders. That's what I'm trying
people
to make the
question my
statement.
lifestyle. I've seen that. People question my lifestyle. People question how do I sustain my lifestyle. It's there. You even talked about it earlier today. Like
I
it's there.
know that. Of course, that's what I'm saying.
I live in an
That's what I'm
apartment
saying.
where um I live in an apartment where actually everyone I'd say have children. Literally. I don't know if there's anyone single here. Most of these people actually have kids and wives or partners. Okay. I'm a young girl, able to sustain my life. Um,
Yeah, your young girl living really living nice. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying about no particular individual. I'm saying so it'd be the same thing as a man as a woman. That's what I was referring
Okay,
to, Joe.
to answer maybe your question, your first question is just that I'm more appreciated the same way you appreciate me, you guys, that I'm smart to be able to escape what most of the girls have not been able to escape. Being caught up in early pregnancies, marriages, and all that. Okay. Because with that, of course, I wouldn't be able to have any people around me. Right. If I have a kid, why do I
Of
need
course
men
not.
around? All right. If I also if I'm married, why would I need men around me? And something else also with me is just that most of my friends are men. That's just it. I've made it evident. It's known. Whoever doesn't know, I'm making it clear. Most of my friends are men, literally. Right now, I have men friends in my house. I don't remember the last time I had a female friend in my house, including my colleagues. Just being honest. So, and it
Yeah,
is what it is.
you don't
Yeah.
even let them in your damn house. I don't even know where you live at.
No, I don't. Mine
See,
doesn't. In what
see.
one I don't think she remembers, and that's good.
And Somebody don't know where you live at. For real?
No,
Wow, that's crazy to me. What? What? Shemai, you've been over Shemai's house a bunch of times. You don't know what Shemai don't know where you live at, Joey.
no.
Wow,
Only
that's so.
Camus knows where I live at, so I don't even think
I always know
she
Cameron do because he's his ass is always over there. That probably told he probably told Shemai where you live at. Never lives
maybe,
over
but
here.
yeah, maybe, but not bringing
Okay,
her.
I'm just all right. Damn. Okay, shit's crazy.
Yeah, you're at home, right? You're gonna do a show tonight. We're literally coming to the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, I'm gonna do a show tonight. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to. I know I'm gonna do a show Saturday and Sunday. Cause I'm home. I'm gonna do
Uh,
one night. I'm tired as hell. Try.
Joby, since you are a homebound for a month. No, I have 2 weeks remaining. Literally,
You
oh
got
my
2 more
god,
weeks to go.
you guys, I can't wait to let my leg free. Oh my god,
You
love
got two
my
more weeks to go. That's why
be
Shimani.
appreciative, be appreciative to be able to fold your knees. To breathe. Being healthy is something you need to be grateful for. Personally, I'm always grateful for that every day, but yeah, I think at this point I'm being taught to be more grateful to even fold my knees. Maybe I've laughed at crippled people, disabled people, and this is a lesson, but I don't know.
And that's what you get.
I've never wanted to fold my knees like right now. This is 2 weeks, but yeah, it's a way of also like learning something. But yeah, Jibajab also says bitches, now I have to apologize every day, my African lady friend, every day because of this stupid Negro. He damn near, huh? He damn near costed me some wonderful Igbo cookies to crush Dr. Umar's pile. Okay, I didn't get that comment correct.
I'm gonna do a show tonight because I'm a freestyle. I want to come out. I'm a freestyle. Not gonna be no real topic. I'm just come on. I'm gonna come on. Just talk about any and everything that's ever happening. So I
Mm-hmm.
ain't got to design a show like I'm gonna do Saturday and Sunday. I'm just come on. Just freestyle the show tonight. But I going to trying to do it, but I had then somebody maybe do some other shit. But I think I'll be home about 8 o'clock this morning. But home now, so I still got no time to get everything together, take a shower, rest for a couple hours, and go live. So I'm good to go. So
Great. I'm happy you're home, Ali. But Zibazaba says Joby is like a secret agent. Bet I am. Trust me. I figure shit out. That's for real. Like, trust that. Shout to the Royal Constrictor. Big Cheese says Keith ain't doing nothing tonight but scratch his African body.
asking, I actually am. I actually am going to do a show tonight. Um, so I just wanted to
Great.
address some things. I'm back in the saddle now. I think 'cause I was so tired and burnt out, so I think I needed those damn time just going like once a month or So now that's why I was able to go 2 times last week like I had to. So I think I'm finally back up on the cart. I think I became burnt out. Shit. You know.
Yeah, but much love. I think that's why we're
So,
gonna wrap it up, family, with today's conversation. Have yourselves a
yeah.
beautiful
So
weekend.
yeah.
See
So
you.
much love. Shout out to everybody that does donate. It helps me. If you notice, everybody that works at Blackout Fire, they're not in these situations where they're living poorly. No one's living all fucked up.
No,
Everybody's making decent wages.
no.
No one's living all fucked up and you know messed up. Because we don't do that. We don't exploit our people. We don't have people living in crazy space. That's why Joe, we can be out there and they think who's her man. it
Mm,
used it used to be a time Joe didn't allow no men even there with her either because he said she didn't want nobody to think that somebody was her man.
I okay. I think it's because of
Yeah.
most of the people around me are artists. That's just the
Okay. Yeah.
reality. We are in the entertainment industry,
Of
of course,
course.
the journalism industry, which we're gonna meet with artists, which we have in our studio, and that has broadened our, how do I say, our reach with people, which is most
Nobody knows.
celebrities.
Nobody know how Katie is. She's gone. Exactly. And the funny thing, Joby wouldn't find out anyway. I would ask. 'Cause I asked Shamani. They don't.
Um, I
Everything's
was
always a secret with African people.
I
Huh?
was I was talking Katie today on her Instagram because she's not blocked
Whoa!
me.
You
It
talking to
was
Katie?
I
What
was
happened?
talking. No, I'm saying I was talking her. So let me show you guys.
Uh, are you
Maybe
still blocked?
no, she didn't. She unblocked me
Uh,
after she unfollowed
okay.
she or something.
All right. What's her Instagram page? I ain't gonna be looking at that shit no way. But we like to see what's going on with her. Her life shit because I don't know if Shimani and them are still talking anymore. They're not. You always
um,
know. You always know when somebody money gets funny.
hold on.
Another friend go. I'm looking. Wait. Another friend doesn't want to keep spotting you money, right? So Shimani and them going out doing their thing, having a good time, and Katie being broke. A broke person always brings down everything. Let's see what she's at. Okay, nice little dress, like she's back in the village or something. Yeah, like she's back at home in the village.
Not really in the village, but yeah, Katie is doing good.
Okay, good. Well, she's back in the village, back with her parents. Back with her parents. You know,
Yeah.
she
So
look happy. She's back in the village and she's living her life. I'm back in the village, nigga. Wait,
I don't know
wait for
where
that.
she is, but
Wait, wait for that dude from Kentucky. Let me stop.
she's
I
okay.
know.
At the end of the day, we won't say life stops. Life doesn't stop still after
No, of course it
everything.
doesn't.
Life goes
No,
on.
no, no. She still goes on with her life. We wanted to
Yeah,
do, but we wanted to do all right.
yeah, but there's of course different changes and all that. But I love various topic shows. Talk about anything that is Big Cheese telling you. Big Cheese.
I didn't think you guys liked them shows. Those shows eat. See, back then I would have always did them shows because I didn't think nobody liked them because shit is easy just to get on here and talk about nothing. I ain't gotta like be all deep and researched and all that shit.
But I was saying, Joby, I'm glad you're not. I don't wear bonnets. I do have bonnets, but I'm rare to wear bonnets unless I'm after getting my hair braided. That's why I wear bonnets because of taking care of my hair at night. But it's very rare also me wearing bonnets. I have them, but very rare. Trust me. So yeah, I'm not looking that good. Just looking crusty at home.
That's why our camera's not on. Joey's vain.
I'm just looking anyhow. When you say
Right.
anyhow, just anyhow. But anyway, much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful weekend. See you guys on Monday.
You guys see him.
Take care.
You still got you guys before you tell it. You guys try to promote Joby and encourage her to start giving makeup classes at the studio on the weekend so she can earn some extra cash. Start giving her some inspiration.
Oh,
You know.
that's nice. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Literally, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna just after my leg is okay, focus on putting my tutorials out and investing more on my makeup because people are demanding me and makeup has money. Like Shumani's birthday is coming, so I'm waiting for her book up because she always books me for makeup. I don't know if she's changed, but yeah, I'm waiting for the books. It's the time. it's the season for booking makeups right now. So
There you go. Book
yeah.
smart the studio since you won't let her come back in your house and do it.
No, we do the makeup at the studio, not in my house. Never. Why should
Can you
I?
imagine? Can you guys imagine? Shamani then went to war for Joby. Then been in fights with other girls for Joby. You imagine this? And this woman won't let the lady go no, come in our house?
Hey, yo,
Crazy.
it's not a big deal.